episode of Jabroni Sports. I'm your host for the evening, Trey Montuano, filling in for AJ Firstenow. Sorry to miss you, AJ. I got Gonzo Casio with us.
What? I could just go by one name.
Okay, Gonzo.
Whatever. It don't matter.
His Twitter handle is... Go ahead.
At Gonzo1323.
Silky?
What up, everybody? I feel naked without AJ. A little bit, kind of. But we'll get it done. I'm at Scotty262 on Twitter. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? We got G-Baby LaFlair, the producer.
Woo! What up?
And I'm at Trey Montuano. I don't really know what I'm doing while I'm hosting, but somebody talk about something. Our first segment is going to be, where's the beef? Johnny, go ahead and expound on this
we're going straight
masterful segment that you created.
Hey, we're going straight in.
We're going straight in.
Okay. So what my beef is the past 2 weeks, I'm going to go with the city of Barcelona. Chelsea played Barcelona.
What's your beef with Barcelona?
Let me tell you.
Wait, are you talking about the soccer team or the city?
The city.
The city. Have you ever been to Barcelona?
No, listen. During the Chelsea game,
Johnny's got a weekend home.
Okay, listen. During the Chelsea game, all the Chelsea supporters went there to support their team, and all the fans of Barcelona would come up to them, and they were like taking cheap shots, punching them, and stuff like that. The security guards let it happen. Afterwards, after the game, the security guards for Barcelona wrangled in all the Chelsea fans, supporters, and they literally hit them, beat them with nightsticks, and they got away with it. So my beef is with the city of Barcelona.
It's kind of like you got a beef with like the police.
Fuck the police.
All right, so we
got
should
a
probably
problem
start
with
this.
cheap shots in soccer.
No, they're punching the fans.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, you should never punch fans. I mean,
Okay, you know what? That's my beef.
Unless you run our test.
well, that's true. Look what it did for Ron Artest's career.
Yeah.
All right,
2-time champion.
so
Go ahead, Gonzo.
that brought everything to a screeching halt.
I didn't like it either.
It's a great new segment, though.
I wasn't really prepared. I know you guys told me about this, but I didn't really think about it. I guess my beef that's sports related is I'm really sick of hearing about people's brackets at work. Like, I'm really sick. I don't care about your bracket. Like,
It's like somebody telling you about their fantasy team.
Yeah,
if it's not yours.
like, especially if it's like a casual, like somebody you work with and you have to see, or just people in like, I don't. Like, you guys are my friends. I kind of am interested in your fantasy team, or I just pretend.
Right.
But, like, if you're not my friend, don't expect me to... Oh, who'd you pick? What are your teams? What you got left? What's going on in your league? How much is
your
this?
final four?
Like, I don't give a fuck.
How much has that conversation been had in driveways and sidewalks between neighbors
Like,
all across the country?
I guess it's better than, like, what's the weather? Oh, yeah, weird weather.
That's what it is. It's white people small talk.
Oh, hey there, neighbor. What's your final four?
Or, what's your bracket look like? Mine's screwed.
Red. It's bloody.
I got an easy out with that. I just like, I picked Virginia to win it all. They're like, oh, you're screwed.
Yeah, they stopped talking
Thanks,
to you at that point.
dickhead.
Yeah, so.
I guess my other beef real quick would be Draymond Green being an all-star. I just think he's overrated. Like, I think he's a Dennis Rodman like type of player where you need him, but he's not gonna ever dominate a game. And I'm sorry, if you tell me you guys an all-star, in some way they have to dominate a game. And I guess maybe on the defensive end a little bit, but like
In the glass, he dominates the glass sometimes.
like he can't take over a game at all. Like the only other
He's such a
all-star I
great
can think
complimentary
about
player.
He's a very good
it was
complimenter.
Ben Wallace was an all-star, I'm sure, at some point. But, like, he could never take over a game either. But
Yeah, I feel like Draymond Green is one of those guys that it's a perfect team for him. If he's on any other team, he wouldn't be nearly as effective.
no, not at all.
Well, he can take over a game on the defensive end, which is half the game.
Yeah, but how many all-stars would you say are all-stars just because of that?
And also, how many times have you really seen a person take over a game on a defensive end? I mean, maybe Dwight Howard back in the day.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard could dominate on offense, too, though.
You don't see too many players take over a game on a defense.
Like I said,
Anthony
Ben
Davis.
Wallace.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
can
but you're
change the game
naming... Dwight Howard
love
and
it.
Anthony Davis are both guys that offensively can dominate a game.
True.
Dwight not anymore, but yeah,
No, but
he
in
had
his
like
prime.
a couple good years.
He made
where
it to the
did
finals with the
dominate.
Magic.
What happened to Dwight though? Why isn't he like
That's good.
as good anymore?
His game got outdated.
Outdated.
shoot.
That's actually a really good point.
That could be. That could be.
I think it's more on Dwight. I think
He doesn't give a shit, really, does he?
I don't think Dwight's in it to win it. I think Dwight's just in it because it's a paycheck and
cash and checks.
Yeah, he's gonna have fun and there's and stuff like that. But I think Dwight's just kind of there for the fun. Dwight goes to hella wrestling events, so I'm kind of fingers crossed that when Dwight retires, he gets a random match somewhere.
Pretty cool.
That's one thing a lot of old white people like to say. He doesn't want it. The other team.
I don't know how else to say it though.
No, it's true though. The other team wanted it more. Whenever I hear that, maybe that's my beef. Oh, they wanted it more. I'm like, really? You think the other team showed up and they were like, guys, let's really lose this game? That's just the Bulls.
Just show it to a game. I don't want this one that much.
I don't think I want this one.
It's the same argument when people say college basketball is better because they don't play defense in the NBA. It's no, there's better players.
Yeah, that's a better
I hate that.
thing I have beef with is people telling me, well, the college game is better. Bull fucking shit. You must not be watching the same NBA that I'm watching because there's not a single college game I've seen in my life that rivals some of the worst NBA games I've seen.
Well, I mean, there's still good games because it's
close. Not the quality of talent, though.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, I only watch college," I'm like, I can't even talk to you right now, bro.
There's never in history. I'm sorry to cut you off,
it's all good.
but there's never in history where I'm where people are they could beat the Bobcats or when they were a team. I guess I'm outdating myself, but a shitty team, they're always the best college teams. They could take those guys. At max, a team has maybe 5 NBA players, maybe. But 2 of them are probably good, and the other 3 are
rotational
players. So good luck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Silky, you got a beef?
Beef? Well, if we're gonna go with the beef, I don't know if mine's necessarily a beef or not, but baseball, man, they want to make this game faster or more fun or anything like that. Why don't we try some new things? I'm saying trampolines in the outfield, ball pits over the fence, so when you jump off that trampoline, you're going into a ball pit.
I want multi-ball.
And once a game, you're allowed a magic at bat. So, 9th inning, and it's your 8th hitter up, but you really want your 3rd hitter up. Boom, magic at bat.
Weren't they thinking of in the last inning, you can put your best batters out there?
No,
it's a close game, or what was
no
that?
Extra innings. You can put a runner on second base, whoever you want. They were thinking about that. They're testing it in the minors this year.
Yeah, I read about it.
That's pretty crazy.
They should really
Sounds kind of cool, but
it's not as crazy as ball pit in the outfield. But
ball pit.
What about a foam pit though?
Foam pit or even a pool. I mean, I don't know.
Ooh, a pool. That's interesting.
When baseball gets down to it, you got so many people hitting. You get a good matchup. You're down by 1 in the 9th inning, then your 8th batter is up. People don't want to see that. They want to see the biggest hitter in the biggest situation.
I want to see Javi Baez. He's a Cubs 8 hitter. I want to see him up there in the
unless the pitcher's in the number 8 spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless Joe doesn't do that anymore. He did that 1 year.
Also, along those lines, I'm a bit of a baseball purist, but let's do away with the pitcher hitting. I don't know.
Yeah,
DH. Let's go DH everywhere. Sure. We don't need to see that guy go up there and every 100 at bats maybe squeak out a hit.
Well, we also don't need to see those guys in the NL that are just standard DHs like Schwarber puking on himself in left field. Just make the guy a DH. But you always have one DH that's playing in the field. Usually it's first base.
I'm going to argue the other point because I like the strategic aspect of a coach has to or a manager has to, all right, well, I can double switch, or I can do this, or I can move this guy here, or I can do that. You got to think about all that stuff. I feel like AL is less managing and more just get out there and play, and I'll come out and argue if I need to.
That is so true about the AL, man. Managers are kind of just kicking back.
They're just in the dugout. When I
what is your job?
When I think of Joe Torre, who's not even a manager right now, is he?
He's in charge of
he's a big wig with baseball.
Yeah,
the Dodgers or something.
Baseball commission or something. I don't know.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. What's the younger Joe Girardi?
Girardi. He got fired from the
Yankees. All my memories of him as a manager are just him sitting in the dugout or a slow trot to the pitcher's mound,
chewing some gum.
Yeah. Never you think NL managers are pulling their hair out, they're looking around, talking to other coaches on the bench and calling down, it's just more.
It is true. On the pure side, Joe Madden, he's perfect for the NL because he's just tinkering all the time.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yeah,
thinking about what am I going to do 4 moves from now.
But I don't know. That's the one aspect that I would hate. As a Cubs fan, it sucks because Schwarber, I'm not a fan.
Man, 2 games in and he's already butchering shit out in left field.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of him playing in the field, but I like to see him hit.
Yeah, okay, but Man, he's like Manny Ramirez levels of bad at fielding.
Soriano, dude.
Oh,
Soriano wasn't this bad. No.
Sorry, dude. He was a
Okay,
head scratcher. out
and
there.
also, to be fair, Soriano started as a second baseman.
He wasn't any good.
Well,
at that
Schwarber
either.
started as a catcher too, though.
Well, all right.
I mean, Soriano could ruin a game for you out there.
No, I was talking about Soriano last night. Soriano used to drive me fucking nuts. Every time they would have 2 strikes on him, they'd throw a slider in the dirt,
yeah,
and he'd bite
down and away.
every single
Down
time.
and away. He's reaching
Every
out.
single time.
Every time. Oh man, that was brutal. No, one thing I did see also that they tested a little bit in the MLB preseason was they had, I think it was Mookie Betts mic'd up.
Yeah.
If you want to make
That was cool.
the game more exciting, mic up an outfielder, man.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes the ball's not even coming to them. He's just talking
Mike
to
up
the
the
announcers.
catcher. I bet the catcher's
yeah,
talking nonstop.
Fuck that, because then you can't swear.
I know, you never get the
Oh,
good
that's
stuff
true.
on those
Yeah,
mic'd up.
like,
I wish there was like an HBO or Showtime like behind the scenes mic'd up.
That'd be
where you
dope.
could,
Oh.
you know,
or if it was just like hey, I'm an adult, like I changed like SAP, you could change it to Espanol or whatever. Like you just change it,
We're getting into a
Like,
whole
when
other
you're a
conversation.
certified adult. I verify I'm 18.
and then you could just listen, and they have like players mic'd up, and they're like MLB Network should do some shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
they should, MLB Network should do like an Inside the NFL
I
for
was
baseball.
just thinking of that,
man.
That'd be sweet.
Inside the NFL is great.
Great
It's the
show.
best way to watch highlights.
Michael Irvin.
but like,
Cowboys. Who wants to go do some cocaine?
but there's like I feel like baseball's the hardest sport to connect with your players. Like the Cubs have like Rizzo and Bryant, and then like I don't know, like I don't feel like as connected as you do. Like basketball is like I think the funnest athletes. They like do wild stuff. They do this. They're all over the place. They do YouTube shit.
NBA's, dude, they're just skyrocketing.
Yeah.
man.
Well, in
And-
baseball, you have so many players, right? I mean, there's like.
You have more in football.
Well, the bullpen. Who knows the
Well,
bullpen?
yeah, but
guys?
you have tons of guys
Yeah.
that never even play in baseball.
You have a ton of guys that never play football.
That's true.
But like your
Special
football,
teams, though.
but football has like so many stars, and baseball has like a handful.
That's what I was saying. You want to see big matchups at the end of the game, and you don't want to see your 8th batter going in there in the clutch time. You want to see a big matchup like LeBron.
So
versus
you're a
Steph Curry
supporter
or
of this
something.
magic at bat.
Yes,
I
I
don't-
support it.
I like this.
Sports
Celebrity
are
at
about
bat.
sports
I would
are about
like-
players.
I would like the Magic at bat if it was just an additional at bat.
I'm sorry, hold on. Can we need to coin that. Sports are about players. I don't know. I just thought that was a great line.
That's some Gino would say.
Sports are about players.
But I mean, to an extent, I mean, for some people, like you have to connect. Like I guess that for me is super why I like am kind of into baseball, and some years more so than others. But like, there's not anyone where I'm like, that's my guy.
What do you
Like,
guys
I'm
think?
rooting
So what
for
you
that.
guys are saying is you're not big Tommy LaStella fans.
No,
You don't want to see Tommy LaStella in the 8-hole.
What do you guys think about 7 innings going down to 7 innings?
That's a bad
I don't
idea.
like that.
No.
No.
I don't know.
Definitely
Maybe it's just because it's how we've always done it, but yeah. What is this?
I
High school girls softball? Like, yeah, I don't know.
And they're never going to shorten the season.
You got something
Too much
against
revenue
women's
coming in.
sports?
That
You
was
don't
kind of
need-
rude, wasn't it?
you know what? I don't think you need to shorten the season. I think like
They'll never do it anyways.
I think MLB is just
It's
like
too much money.
they don't
Oh, yeah.
think about things the right way. Like you could easily sell like people on like a weekend of baseball. Like this is the series, and like if for people coming to the stadium or people watching at home, like you need to sell these series. And like I don't know, it boils down to star power, and there's just feels like there's none in baseball.
Yeah, and there's so many games too.
Are they
I
ever
was
going
just saying
to...
along those lines. Well, I just lost the thought, man. It just
I
escaped
ruined it.
me. No,
Sorry.
it's all
Lost,
good, man.
lost
It's all
us,
good.
us.
Are they ever going to switch to Blurns ball? Multi-ball?
Oh man, that'd be good.
All right.
Did you
Is that
guys?
a Futurama?
Yeah. Trey,
I think
wait.
that's enough on baseball.
Have you guys not
No,
watched?
okay, I'm sorry. I caught that thought again.
Go ahead. Go.
Baseball is, it's not national, man. You don't care about any of these players nationally. Regionally, locally. Like,
Yes.
So when the Brewers
Yep.
play the Cubs, things get hopping. People around here really like it. But, yeah, the Orioles playing the Red Sox around here, nobody gives a shit about that.
No.
But out east, they love it. So,
Yeah.
it's much more, regionalized.
And we get the Yankees, Red Sox shoved down our throat it
Yeah.
feels like every night.
Nobody
from
gives a shit
ESPN.
about that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
what's-
always on ESPN, like, twice when they play a 3-game
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
I would say with baseball, I could watch any basketball game. I could
Yeah.
watch any football game.
I
But
support it.
if it's like the Orioles versus like the Marlins or something on Sunday
Count
Night
me out.
Baseball,
Count me out.
I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
out.
but does that make me like not a fan of baseball?
I don't think so. Because
Well, I'll watch a 9-inning Cubs game anytime I got time, man. I'll watch it all the way through, pitch by pitch. But I won't watch any other teams really, so I don't know.
I'll watch the Brewers.
I'll watch the
I
Brewers.
watch
Yeah.
the Brewers too.
I really won't watch the White Sox though.
Nah.
There ain't nothing for me to watch there. I don't really like their announcer. Well, Steve Stone's
I
actually
like
pretty good.
Lucas Giolito. He's a solid pitcher.
Is Hawk Harrelson still doing it?
No,
No,
thank
well, he's
God.
gonna do like 10 games or
Yeah,
something.
he's
this
doing
year,
10
I think.
games. He gone.
He
He
won't,
should be on that bracket of crazy.
he won't step foot in Wrigley Field either, though.
Yeah,
So.
it's, oh my God, what a
He gone.
joke. Yeah, having fits about umpires on the broadcast. Come on, man. Act a little professional.
Maybe he's
Random
senile.
tirades of racism.
Is it, let's come back around. Is it my turn for
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the beef?
Where's the beef? We're still doing
Where's the beef? All right, Johnny, brace yourself. I am tired of hearing about Derrick Rose.
Whoa, where have you
And
been?
especially,
Where have you been hearing about Derrick
well, he just
Rose?
signed with the Timberwolves. Especially a big problem I have is the contract that Adidas signed him to. Why would you do that as a business?
Because you have to.
A 14-year deal. Also, a lot of people don't know that they're paying Reggie Rose still.
And one
200
of Derrick's guys, too.
Yeah, hold on. $250,000 to $300,000 per year for Reggie Rose, and some random friend of Derrick Rose's from Inglewood is getting $50,000 to $75,000 a year as a consultant.
But dude, you
Also-
don't think that happens with everyone?
Well, maybe, but also
Wait.
it can still piss
Adidas
me off.
keeps Derrick Rose's boys on the payroll?
Yes, and also they give $150,000 to an AAU team of Derrick Rose's choice for 14 years.
Hey, Derrick Rose was selling a lot of merchandise back when he
Yeah.
was MVP, so you can't
Hey,
foresee
I'm not.
what happened
I'm not
to him.
hating on Derrick Rose. Like, get paid, man. That's cool. I'm like, I got a problem with Adidas. Like, as a business, why would you do that? That's seems silly.
So you want to
Throw
talk to
money
somebody
away.
high up at Adidas?
I want to talk
you
to
got
somebody
some
at
questions
Adidas,
and you
at
need some
Adidas.
answers.
We need to have a sit down, like
Well-
Lonzo Ball.
You want the job of whoever handed
Okay,
out
but
that
you gotta
contract.
Or,
think
Love
about it.
Harbaugh. Sorry.
You got to think about it like this, though. Around that time is when Derrick Rose won the MVP. If you want to keep the MVP, like, what's the last MVP that you were like, you would have been like, I don't want him signed to my fucking like. You give me any MVP basically in the last 20 years, like I'll make a shoe with them. Like, it would be successful.
Fair enough, and I think that Adidas was struggling at that point in time. They had to sign somebody, but just 14 years seems crazy. And also, another thing a lot of people don't know is when all that stuff came up with the 5-dig-6-way, Derrick Rose and his boys,
5-dig-6-way.
Adidas could have reneged on that whole contract.
Yeah.
But they chose not to.
You know what else you don't
and he
know?
was washed up at that point.
You know what else you don't know though is that Derrick Rose is really good in China. Derrick Rose is
that's a good point.
huge in China, and he sells crazy amount of shoes over there. Like,
There's a ton of money to be made in China. Man.
yeah,
That's why D-Wave's over there. He ain't no fool.
yep. And Derrick Rose neck shoes. Why are we getting into sneaker talk? Why'd you do this to me?
I don't know.
Anyway, Derrick Rose neck shoes are like a more budget friendly shoe, so they're hoping he can like move more units and stuff
The
like
Stephon
that.
Marbury style. Just
Nah,
throwing out the $15.
I think they're like
Stephen
110
Barry's.
or something, but
They also interviewed Derrick Rose about that contract, and he said, "Man, I don't give a fuck about money."
and then he
Classic
thought about
Derrick.
retiring, and they're like, Derrick, you wouldn't get your contract from Adidas. He's like, all right, I'll be around.
My first thought was like, "Oh, it's okay. Reggie's in charge anyways, Derrick, so don't worry about it."
After Adidas signed Derrick, then they started on the upswing. They signed a bunch of people after that. Who else does Adidas have?
Well, they got a ton
John Wall.
now.
The biggest one is Kanye.
But
Kanye.
Have you
John
seen that
Wall.
commercial?
So John
Oh
Wall
yeah,
is
that
getting
commercial. They
They're all
got
sitting
Pusha
at that
T.
table.
they got Messi, right?
Aaron Rodgers, bro.
John
Chris Bryant.
Wall, in my opinion, when they signed him, I think John Wall's going to be good for a pretty decent amount of time. He's getting paid $4 million a year. Derrick Rose this year is getting paid $11 million.
See, but you don't have that full story because John Wall previously had a shoe with Reebok. It flopped.
And tore his ankle in it.
He stopped wearing the shoe while still under contract, started wearing Jordans, got in trouble. He got released and could wear whatever. He wore whatever for a season. And then Reebok is actually owned by Adidas. So, personally, it probably sounds like they're a little bit salty, but, like, they made things work. So, probably not going to want to pay him quite as much if he, like, abandoned a smaller company inside your company.
What's the deal with the Under Armour kicks? Steph keeps breaking his ankles.
I'm not gonna like defend Under Armour, but like this is the first time he broke his ankle. I think it's an ankle.
He wears those
always
thick ankle braces too.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Steph Curry?
Steph hasn't broke his or had any major injuries.
He's had like
Pause.
6 ankle injuries.
Yeah.
Pause. That was all like early on in his career.
No, recently.
Wasn't it the year they lost to LeBron and them? He was
Yeah, he
dealing
had
with
another one.
Or no, did he recently hurt his Achilles? Why has he been out?
Yeah,
His
I don't
ankle.
think.
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
his ankle.
I'm
It's
pretty
not his
sure
ankle.
it's not his ankle.
And then his ankle went down when they were in the playoffs 2 years ago.
I don't
that was
think
against
these are facts.
LeBron, and they always
Yeah.
say if Steph was healthy, they probably would have beat LeBron.
Nah, no excuses.
So yeah,
And
I'm-
Draymond got out in Game 5. Oh.
I guess that's not a very good where's the beef, but I'm just tired of hearing about Derrick Rose. Like I hear
Hey,
it
you
on the
got beef
score
with
too.
Derrick Rose? You got beef with
I
Derrick
mean,
Rose?
I love him as a player, not anymore, but when he was on the Bulls, I loved him, and now I got to hear about the Minnesota Timberwolves now. Like
I mean, you only hear that from like friends because I'm a big Derrick Rose fan.
maybe it's you, maybe you're my
Oh, here
Johnny is Trey's beef.
I'm gonna say like some of their bigger ones that Adidas has is like Wiggins, Joakim Noah,
Oh, Wiggins, Joakim
huge.
Noah. R.I.P.
What soccer players do they have?
James Harden, Damian Lillard. I don't know how I'm forgetting.
Dame
these.
Dollar.
They got Chris Bryant, Aaron Rodgers. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
now
those
we're
are
branching into a
cleats.
whole nother
Pusha T.
conversation.
I mean, they got Messi, one of the best soccer players.
I think they got Gronk, dude.
They got Grant.
I think they got Gronk.
Hold on.
I'm just trying to think of that commercial.
Well, they got Messi. Messi's probably their biggest
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
superstar.
Adidas.
Soccer is huge.
What's Tom Brady wear?
Tom Brady's Under Armour.
Is he?
100%. You guys give me an athlete, I can tell you who they're
Aaron
sponsored by.
Rodgers is Adidas, right?
He is.
No, he
Ronaldo.
wasn't before.
Yeah, because remember in the commercial, Pusha T's like, man, you so and so listen to Pusha T. Aaron Rodgers, maybe you should listen to some Push before the game.
And Rodgers gives him the point like, yeah.
Did anybody just hear Johnny go, Ronaldo?
I got a
Ronaldo,
question.
bro.
You asked the question. You know, I've been talking about soccer this whole time. I've had the mic. You guys should have put a mic in front of me. Ronaldo, who's he signed to?
I don't know.
You said, didn't he just
Ronaldo's
say?
Nike, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody
I'm pretty
knows that.
sure he's Nike.
Did
He's Nike,
you
yeah.
just said, like, name a player, and I'll tell you who they're signed
That
to.
don't count soccer. I don't know soccer. You give me any other sport, I will.
All right, anyways, gentlemen. Also,
Andre Blatch.
That was a setup.
Andre Blatch is not signed to anyone.
probably Li Ning or whatever. He's played in the
Nah,
Philippines.
he ain't even signed to them.
Anyways, so tonight is the Final Four. What are you guys thinking? You excited to watch these games, or could you care less?
I literally don't know who's playing.
Oh, okay. Let me
Loyola.
fill you in. The Loyola Ramblers are
Shout
playing.
out.
Ronaldo is
LOC.
Nike.
LOC.
Shout out to what's her name, Sister Jean.
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean making money off of her bobbleheads
Oh.
now.
Whoa, phrasing guy.
They're taking on Michigan.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I'm sorry. They're taking on Michigan, and then followed up by Villanova, Kansas. So we could have an all-Catholic national championship.
Oh.
Villanova versus Loyola.
I mean, I'm excited to see Loyola in there. Chicago, they're right
Yeah.
Day
next
after
to
Easter,
us.
by the way.
Yeah, I would guess I'll refer. I don't care.
You don't care? Fair enough. I was seeing if anybody could
I
care
mean, I'm
less.
pretty into. I think it's nice how they split up. I mean, Villanova, Kansas, that could almost be the championship game. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those two teams probably beat both of these other teams. I mean, barring some sort of weird tournament magic. But and then Michigan and Loyola, that's a better matchup than if they were to play vice versa. And so,
Yeah, I
mean,
like that too.
If LOC, Loyola, Chicago, I don't know if anybody is
I
down
got
with
you.
that.
I got you.
If they keep playing the way they've been playing, they can give Michigan a run. But there's a big chance Michigan just blows them out.
Yeah. Well, there's something to be said about Loyola with, I mean, they don't got anything to lose. Like, they made it to the Final Four. That's cool. Like,
Didn't they win like 3 of their games on buzzer beaters?
yeah. Well, 2 of them for sure.
Sister Jean, dude.
Tennessee was.
Sister Jean's
There was still
praying
like
on
3
it.
seconds left, and then the first game actually, Miami, was a buzzer beater 3. I mean, right at the end. The other crazy thing that I want to talk about with Loyola is
I'm sorry. I got
Go
a
ahead.
beef real quick, man.
Go ahead.
Sister Jean, she picks out a bracket, picks Loyola to lose in the second round. Then she all of a sudden magically, a week later, comes out with this other bracket that she just had hidden somewhere, forgot to tell people about, with Loyola winning the championship.
So your beef is with Sister Jean.
My beef's with Sister Jean.
Man,
That's out here lying on people.
That's
man.
a perfect-
She's a nun.
That's a perfect segue because I was just about to add one more of my beefs. When we do the tournament and everybody's like, "Oh, St. Mary should have got in. This is BS" or whatever. Loyola, if they lost in their conference tournament, wouldn't even be in the tournament right now.
Yeah.
And they're in the Final Four. So
And they're in the Final Four.
I don't put that much stock into, I don't know. I don't put that much stock into, like, throwing a fit about teams that don't make it, because just make it. Like, that's the rule. And the same thing, I'm one of the only people in the college football playoff. Instead of arguing about the 2 teams in the national championship game, now we're arguing about the last 4 teams. It's like,
I think you should just have 128 teams.
Whatever.
And what the
No, because then this is what I'm saying. Because then you'll have people bitching about the other teams that didn't make the 128 teams.
Can't please everybody.
Hey, but listen.
No way.
If you
Real
want to
talk.
win your conference.
March Madness is a crock of shit, because March Madness could easily run the entire length of March and not have to end in April. That shit is fucking bullshit.
Oh my gosh, you are angry
they're
today.
shortchanging us for March
Bullshit.
Madness.
Don't tell me it's March Madness and it ends in April.
He got an intensity about himself.
Because, like, you could just start... It starts, like, March 15th. Like, start that shit a week earlier and you're good.
Johnny, maybe this Where's the Beef segment backfired.
might have been the best segment he's ever done.
Everybody's pissed.
Beefing,
We're going to
man.
fight each other at
No,
the
I'm
break.
not pissed at you guys.
He's going to slam
Not
some
all
shit.
of March.
It ends in April.
Well,
Why?
what else do we got for segments?
He's just mad. It's infringing on his birthday.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's my birthday
That's what
month.
it is.
My birthday. Johnny, you want to tell your hot dog story about your birthday?
Oh, do you really
Let's
want to
hear
hear
it.
the hot dog
I
story right now?
think
Have you heard-
Shaney D wants to
have you
hear this
heard
hot
this,
dog
Brian?
story. I've never heard
I've
that.
never-
Oh, that's
a
good.
hot
Go
dog
ahead.
story?
Go ahead.
I feel like this is the end of the show segment.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait till we'll
Oh,
wait.
it's a tease. It's
Oh,
a
it's a
tease.
tease.
If you
That's
care
a
about
tease.
Johnny and hot dogs, hang on till the end of this bad boy.
All right, I brought up the Final Four, but I feel like we talked literally about the actual Final Four for like 2 minutes, which is cool.
All right.
We're going to move on to NBA down the stretch. And I know specifically Gonzo wants to talk about the Knicks. And then also, we're going to talk about our stats overrated.
All right.
And let's talk about the Bulls.
Can we
I
go
just-
back to
talk
the
about
Final
the
Four
board.
at any point?
Yeah, we
I
can do
was
whatever
just
we
curious.
want. This is our show. We're the captains
Oh.
now.
AJ's not here.
That's right.
Shout out to AJ. That Walgreens grind.
Gotta get it.
Whoa,
Get it,
if
get
you
it,
want to
get
go
that
to
money.
talk some more...
I was gonna speak on. I saw a piece this morning about Jalen Brunson from Villanova, and I saw this piece about him and his dad. And his dad played in the NBA. He ran around with the Sixers and the Raptors. I even forget what his first name was. But they were showing some clips of him when he played, you'd know this guy. You saw him playing, and you just would never remember his name. And then the story went on and on to say about how his dad was real rough on him. And, like, he was making him, like, they won a game when he was in high school, and he was, like, happy and slapping high five with all his kids or with all his homeboys. And then his dad was like, oh, yeah, that was a good game. Nice job. All right, leave your uniform on. We're going to be in the gym till midnight. And so, like, I don't know. It was just interesting to me about, like, what's pushing your kid too far to succeed? Because Jalen Brunson, he's probably going to go to the NBA. So, looking back on it, his father was really tough on him, made him do some pretty crazy things, like, that maybe not a lot of people would force their kids to do. But he saw the potential. So I was just curious, what you guys thought about, like, how much... I mean, Trey has kids, too. So you ever think about, if Eliana shows, skills at something, how hard would you be willing to push her?
Well, I don't want to be that soccer parent.
Yeah.
They're too physical or whatever. That's a slippery slope. But I mean, if the kid's into it, I'm willing to push my kids to be the best that they can be at anything. I mean, if they're into it, if they tell me, look, Dad, I'm not into it. I'm done. I'm out. Like, I'm not one of those parents where, like, look, I hate playing baseball. I don't want to do it anymore, Dad. Well, you have to do it. That's what we signed you up for. We paid money. I'm like, dude, I'm out. Like, you're out, I'm out.
That.
I don't know about pushing, like to that extent of, like, I don't know, like
Old Man Brunson said that, like, they'd play one-on-one sometimes, and, like, it would end with, like, almost like a fist-to-fist altercation.
I don't know, man. Like, that's... Because you also run the risk of burning your kid out.
Yeah.
And your kid being like, dude, I'm so, like, they turn 18 and they're like, fuck this. Like, my dad, like... Because you get to a point as a kid, you just want to make your parents happy. And you get to a point where you're like, well, I don't like basketball anymore, but I don't want to, like, upset my dad and disappoint him. So I'm going to keep playing. But then you get to a point where you're like, fuck this. I do not want to fucking play this shit anymore. Like, I think it's a matter of supporting at the same time, but, like, knowing your kid when your kid's, like, running thin and like, oh man, I gotta pump the brakes on you a little bit because you want the best for your kid, but you also want them to enjoy sports. Because at the end of the day, if they like, you might push them really hard and they might be fucking not make the varsity team. So like, you don't want to like make them do all this shit because doing all that shit, you're gonna be like, all right, well, I'm training, so I'm going to be really good, and I'm going to play college somewhere, and blah, blah, blah. And then they could get to a point where it's like, well, you're not going to play this year, and you didn't get any recruits anywhere, and, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to set my kid up for failure.
It's interesting because in Jalen Brunson's case, he's succeeded, like all of the punishment and bullshit or whatever you want to say, it's paying off.
Yeah.
So then you're going to, because he even looked back and said, I appreciate my dad doing that. Well, of course you did. You're about to go into the NBA.
Yeah.
But, if it's not going to work out and you get cut from varsity,
yeah,
how's that going to psychologically affect
And then you resent your parents.
That's a really good topic. I like this.
Yeah. Really,
it's a deep conversation.
It applies to more than just sports. If you want your kid to be like a lawyer or something, then you're...
What are you doing? Like throwing cases at your kid?
Send you to law school?
Go catch a case on
If you want to be like a mathematician, you're having them stay up till like midnight doing equations and shit like that.
I'm saying though, if they're into it,
more than just sports.
If they're into it, I'm into it. But the moment they give me some resistance, I'm out because, I mean, how many kids do you see out there too that are just afraid to make their dad upset or their coach upset?
Yeah.
They're playing basketball scared and they could be so much better. I think that's where it goes wrong.
It's interesting you say that because Mr. Brunson was always saying to Jalen throughout the whole time, "You still happy? You still want to do this?" And then he'd just always begrudgingly say, "Yeah."
That's what's up, though.
And his mom, Mrs. Brunson, she said that. I mean, she was crying on this piece that I saw, and I think it was College Game Day. And she was like, "At times, I had to stay out of it. Just let those two handle it."
That's my candidate this year to Jim Nance to give a tie to.
A tie to Brunson?
Brunson.
He's going to try to give it to
He's a
black
senior,
guy,
right?
so it's not always a white guy.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson was Mr. Basketball in Illinois, too.
Was he?
I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, but if his dad was like, "Hey, you still like," then that kind of changes my point of view on that because
for sure.
Just grinding your kid to the ground, like that's not going to work.
Some people do that, man.
A lot of people do that.
It's brutal.
Yeah. So this is a parenting segment, really.
Should we talk about the Bull?
Talk about
No.
Let's talk
Hey,
about
they
the
won.
Bulls.
They won last night.
Oh, they beat the Magic.
No,
Gonzo, that's your dumpster fire team, isn't it? The Magic.
Yeah. Well, that's because I grew up Shaq and Penny, but
Oh, Penny got
I like
hired to
those
coach
jerseys.
college.
Memphis.
Memphis. He's the man in Memphis. Penny
Yeah,
Hardaway, dude, can't do no wrong in Memphis.
They should bring back the
Shout out
advertisements
Steve.
with Lil Penny.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
Those were great.
That was Chris Rock.
Marketing gold.
You had
It
something
was.
specific you want to say about the Knicks? I don't remember
I just
what it was anymore.
didn't realize, like, I don't remember how, but I was like watching a Knicks game. Were they playing the Bucks or the Bulls or I don't know.
They played the Bucks not too
or the
long
Bucks
ago.
pretty recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I was watching it. Holy shit, man! There's no one on that team. Like Trey Burke is playing a little bit now, and
Well, Porzingis is out. So.
well, yeah, for sure. But like, if I'm Porzingis, I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, there's literally no one else on. Like I said, Trey Burke's starting to come around, and then your next best, or arguably your best player, is Michael Beasley.
That's what
The Bees.
That's what Melo was thinking for the past 7 years when he was on the Knicks too.
Yeah, but Melo kept like trying to bring guys over too, though.
I
Like,
know, but like he brought Amari over, who was just done right away.
and he
can't
brought in
believe how
Joe
quickly
and
his-
Derek.
Yeah.
How quickly Amari's career evaporated.
Yeah,
It's
that was
unbelievable.
brutal.
Got a $100 million contract. Next year came out. Well, he got injured a bunch too. That
His
didn't
knees,
help.
I think, were just shot.
His knees were bad. Yeah.
But he had a 30-inch waist. You guys know that, right?
They say that literally if you play NBA 2K, every time he gets to the free throw line, a fun fact about Amari Stoudemire, he's only got a 30-inch waist.
It might be like 28. It's something really weird.
Weird. It's weird.
But like you say, you were Magic when you were younger.
Yeah.
I was a closet Knicks. Like I liked Patrick Ewing. I thought John Starks. I was like, look at that guy. That's a badass. Even though everybody hated him, I was like, yeah, John Starks. Dude, everybody hates you. You know, like Mark Jackson, was it Greg Anthony, Anthony Mason, Charles
Anthony
Oakley.
Mason could ball.
And now
Starks.
it's so sad the state of New York basketball. Man.
Yeah,
Like,
they got to
I feel like the Knicks should just be better.
God, the Nets really fucked up with that trade. They fucked themselves over. When they first started and they acquired Paul Pierce and KG, and they just gave away
That was the
all
Russian
their
dude.
picks.
That Russian guy, yeah.
It's
He
all right,
was
they're
really
getting
pushing things, trying to
fucked
win
over.
now.
Yeah.
They're
And
getting
fuck
out of it
that team
now,
over
though,
so
finally.
hard.
Yeah, it took them like,
Finally.
what was it, 5 years?
Is Jaleel Okafor playing?
I don't know. I looked that up the other day. I couldn't find too much on it.
Speaking of players,
I don't want to talk about the Nets.
Speaking of player, oh Jesus! Speaking of players that have last names, and I don't know if they're related.
Wait, what?
Well, Jaleel Okafor and Emeka Okafor. Like, whenever I think of Jaleel Okafor, I think Emeka Okafor, and I'm like, I don't know if they're related, but I don't care enough.
Let's think about players who have last names.
Emeka Okafor, wasn't he out of the league for like 5 years?
Yeah,
he just made a
he's
comeback.
randomly back.
He made a comeback.
I like had to read this.
What team is he on?
I think it might be the
Johnny
Sixers.
Stats.
I had
it's
a-
a
not at the
whack-ass
computer right
team.
now.
You got a cell phone?
We all do.
I know, but we're important. He's not.
Wait, what was the? What were we looking up?
No, what were you saying?
Emeka Okafor, who he played for. He was out of the league for like 5 years. And then he just randomly came back. Like I don't remember what team it was.
Let's talk about the Bulls.
Didn't Larry Sanders try to come back to the NBA?
Yeah,
Nah.
that was very short-lived.
Nah, he was playing
he
Dragon
did.
Ball Z.
No, he was watching DBZ.
Cleveland side,
Yeah, he
right?
played for Cleveland. Yeah.
Hey, if you ever want to get my dad pissed off, ask him about either Larry Sanders or Tobias Harris.
Imagine if Larry
Tobias
Sanders.
Harris ain't that good.
He likes Tobias, but he's more
What's-
mad about them trading for JJ Redick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Tobias Harris could contribute. JJ Redick's gone 4 years later already.
JJ
Hey, look,
Redick did barely lasted a season.
Any move that happened before Giannis, you have to look at like, well, you know what? You got Giannis.
I mean, the Bucks are still. They're probably going to go downhill next year.
Pelicans. Sorry, Emeka
He's on the
Okafor.
Pelicans?
But
Here's a good question: are the Bucks going to be better next season than they are right now?
no.
I can't. I mean, I thought they
Wait,
were this
wait,
year.
right
So why would I
now?
think that next year?
Than they are right now. I mean,
I don't
know
know.
they're the 8th seed.
I can't say because I don't know if they go out and grab a center.
Well,
Yeah, but
Jabari's gone,
Jabari's-
right?
Oh,
Jabari's
Jabari's so gone.
He's gone.
He's
He's from
gone.
Chicago,
Well,
dude.
I think he's going to go to the Bulls, honestly.
Why?
I think so.
Bulls or Nets? Bulls or Nets?
He's saying he needs a max contract, and the Bucks aren't going to give him a max.
The Bucks have to.
They won't.
They're not gonna.
Well, then the Bucks can kiss Giannis goodbye too. Then
The only thing the
That's
Bucks,
what I'm saying.
But here's what I'm saying about that is this next free agency period, after this season, there's a ton of good free agents. And you sign Jabari to a max, you're not going to have money to go after one of those guys
who
seriously.
have the Bucks ever gotten free agency?
You need to be able to get in the room. You need to be able to try
Who
to
have they ever got though?
Yeah, but they never had Giannis.
I don't
You're
think-
absolutely
I
right
don't
about
think
that.
anybody-
They had Ray Allen. They had Michael Redd.
Those guys, they shipped out.
Dumb shit, man.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
The Bucks have a history of making terrible trades.
I do truly
Terrible
think
trades.
I do.
Gary
yeah.
Payton for Ray Allen, dude.
Oh,
I'm just saying if
Half
they
a season to
get,
get
if they don't
Oh,
sign Jabari to a max,
Wait, you forget
it's-
about Desmond Mason?
Oh my god.
I think
Great dunker.
they trade away Dirk too.
They trade Dirk for
Dirk-
Robert
on-
Tractor Trailer.
On draft day, though,
He's
I mean,
dead, dude.
Oh,
damn.
Wow.
R.I.P.
But no, I just think if you get rid of Jabari, you have no hope of ever having another superstar next to Giannis.
I think that truly Giannis really, really, really wants to stay in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he'll get.
But
he'll
I
get-
just-
Anybody watch
I
60
think
Minutes?
I watched a little bit of it, but I can't.
no, I
can't
wasn't.
speak too much on it.
I wasn't allowed to in my house.
It made it seem like he really wanted to stay.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
He's
Yeah,
still
but
young.
Jabari wrote an article last year. I don't know if any of you guys read it
I don't
about
think I did.
how much he loved the city of Milwaukee.
yeah. I did read that. That
It
was like the
doesn't matter.
Players Tribune, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter what the city is about. It's what the team is doing. And
No,
if the
that's-
Bucks are
that's
not
what-
doing well.
No, that's not true at all.
Well, the city matters.
The city matters, but if the Bucks are just not good, no matter how much you like Milwaukee,
But if
you're
you
gonna
have-
leave if you're Giannis.
But if you have Jabari and Giannis, you potentially, if Jabari pans out the way he's projected to, and I think he could, you could have two superstars. So it's easier to track that third player.
So you would give Jabari the max.
Yes, 100%.
Ooh. Okay.
Did you even talk to Gino?
Yeah.
Gino's gone back and forth on that man
Oh,
5 times. Whether he's going to give him the max or
We
not.
gotta have Gino on the show.
We can call him up if you
Young
want.
Flippa, man, that guy flip flops more than
But I just,
politicians.
but I just think it's easier to attract a third piece than it is a second.
fair enough.
That's interesting.
Fair enough.
It should be. I mean, the Bucks got a tough choice.
I
Because
just
if they
feel-
give him the max and his knees F up again, then that's terrible.
I just feel like Giannis, he doesn't want to leave, but he's gonna get to a point where he's like, enough is enough. Like, I'm not gonna get anybody around me. I'm not gonna get a good coach.
Kareem, man, he was probably happy in Milwaukee for a while, and then he saw those bright lights in LA, and he was like, women are hotter, weather's better. I'm gonna be the king out there. I mean, you never know how he's gonna feel when he matures as a man. He's still 23
Yeah, that's what I'm
years
saying.
old.
He's still young.
You don't
So
even know what
young.
he wants.
Once
Anyway,
he
I
gets a taste
think-
of the life.
It sucks, man, because I think it'll be over.
Oh yeah, it's the Bucks.
It's not, though.
That's the heartbreaking
It's
thing
not.
about it. There's going to be, the end will not be pretty.
If you have those two guys maxed out, and then you start to clear over the next few years, you start to clear that Deladova contract, and Chris Middleton comes off the books, and all these pieces, all these guys, you could start to build a new team, and these guys are young enough.
I agree. You have
where there's so much of a future.
You have your core, but
Yep.
it's just with Jabari. You never know if he's going to stay healthy.
That's a risk you got to
Does he
take.
take a max?
That's what you have.
Yeah, but if you miss, you're done.
If you
gave a guy a max and he's hurt, you're done.
If you
You
don't,
can't sign anybody else.
okay, but if he sucks, you're done. Or if he goes somewhere else, you're done.
But you still have the money.
So the money, what did
You
that
still
money?
depends on what you
What did that money?
Yeah,
What
it
did that
depends
money
what you do with the money.
Depends what you do with the
But
money.
you say the Bucks have never signed a free agent of any consequence. They've never had a piece like Giannis to lure them
That's
to
what I'm saying,
Milwaukee,
Eric.
too.
That's right.
Okay, but Giannis, Ray Allen in his prime was a piece, I would say, that was...
Ray Allen is a Hall of Famer. Hell yeah, man.
He was comparable. Not to the... it's so hard to judge because Giannis has, so much potential, but, at Ray Allen's peak, he was better than Giannis is right now.
Hey, who did Gino
Milwaukee?
compare Ray Allen to? Chris Middleton? I was like, get out of here.
Fuck out of here.
He needs to play the Ray Allen style game of
That-
running off screens and shit. But yeah,
That Bucks team though was good. They had players. They were able to
Milwaukee
attract players.
Ray Allen,
That was
dude?
the light it up Bucks.
it's so
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah,
man.
but the
The light it up Bucks. Ray Allen.
But they-
light it up.
Okay,
light
we
it up.
know the song.
Okay, yeah.
Well, everybody knows the song. Tim Thomas.
But what
Light it
did-
up,
was he
light
gonna
it
go
up,
into the
big
full
dog.
roster?
I think it was- that's why it stopped.
Who's gonna win it?
Hey,
The Bucks.
that was also a different NBA where you didn't need 2, maybe 3 superstars to be competitive.
Producer, what are we at right now?
What's different?
We're at 41 minutes.
Time to talk about the bull.
83.
It's time to talk about the bull. Do you want to play a soundbite, a little song, and then come back in?
No, there was one more point that I had. Oh, the Western Conference is super interesting. I know we talked about it already, but I think the Pelicans are an 8 seed. I want them to tank because the Bulls have their pick, but they're also 3 games away from being the 3 seed. There's still that log jam in the Western Conference. And I was watching Utah the other night. They just impressed me more and more.
Fuck Joe Ingles.
They got Ricky Rubio out. They got Ricky Rubio out there looking like Salt Bae, with his long hair and oiled skin.
Yeah, he's
And
hard
then
to recognize him.
they got the coach that could be out in the parking lot looking for crack rock, like.
Quinn Snyder.
But they're balling. They're balling out
And
in
your
Utah.
boy, Don Mitchell.
Don Mitchell.
Leading the way.
Don Mitchell. And Dante Exum is back now, and he had 23 the other night.
Really?
They got a solid squad in Utah. Derek Favors is still there.
What do you think about the Spurs?
What's
They're
the
not
big
gonna
man?
make
They
the
got
playoffs.
the good...
Big man, Derek Favors.
No. They got
Oh, you mean Rudy Gobert?
Rudy Gobert.
Gobert,
People
whoa,
like him.
top
Gobert.
player.
The Eiffel
One
Tower.
of, one of the best defenders in the league,
He's really good.
if not the best defender in the league. What
I
do you
really
think?
like Utah. They're
Drummond.
becoming my little pet team.
You were just hating on Utah.
When was I?
Last podcast, you said, "What team do you hate the most, or is
No.
screwed the most?" You said the Jazz.
No, I didn't.
Am I wrong on this?
I don't remember.
I was giving the Jazz some
Whose
love.
phone is going
I
off?
know. I'm hearing it too.
No, that's
time
my
to-
fan.
time for
talking about Gino. He's calling me right
Time
now.
for Johnny to go to Fex.
Phone him in. Phone him in. We can talk about Jabari.
No, I was
we'll
saying
see
on
if
the
we can get
last-
him on Skype after the call.
Not last podcast, but the one before. I was saying that Quinn Snyder, their coach, is underrated.
Oh yeah.
The team I was saying is in the worst position was the Grizzlies because they got Mike Conley and,
Well, of
and
course
Marcus
the
All's
Grizzlies
contract.
Why is it? Why
I'm
don't
just
they?
saying you were saying that.
Why wouldn't they
Pretty
trade
sure
Mark
you were
away?
hating on the Jazz.
No, I wasn't.
It's official. You guys' beef is with each other.
Why?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you trade Mark away? though?
Greco-Roman wrestling match.
Because I was thinking the other day. This is kind of a tangent, but the Lions are a fucky franchise that I would never
You are
want to play
so
for.
pissed off today.
I'm not pissed off.
Where's the beef, man?
Where's the beef?
I'm sorry, but
Should have started the show with that.
I was just thinking about it the other day, because the Lions fucked over 2 of the greatest players at their position.
Made them want to quit.
Made them just say, you know what? I'd rather just retire. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but
They won't trade me. They won't
So-
do anything with me. I'm just gonna
Are
stop.
we talking
playing.
about terrible organizations then?
Hold on. I got one more point, and then we'll take a break. I do want to talk about
The Bulls.
no.
only I could say that.
Just statistics and facts in the NBA being overrated, like we were talking about.
We'll talk about stats when we come back for
no,
the break.
let's do that.
No, because
Who's
it's
got the lube? Lube these guys up. They're wrestling.
Because
they're wrestling.
If we're talking about stats, I'll go into stats.
Hold on, it's the last point though that I have about the NBA before I want to move on.
Yeah, and then we
can break.
Nah, you guys should arm wrestle to see if this point's gonna get made.
Shut the fuck up, producer. You're not on the mic.
Shut the fuck
I
up,
am on the
man.
mic tonight.
Shut the fuck up,
Shut away.
I just sometimes it really grinds my gears when people. Grinds my gears is when people
John Gruden
put up the LeBron Jordan side by side and like list all the finals appearances.
You got beef with this, huh?
Yeah, more beef. We just got tons
theme of the
beef
show.
today.
Can you name the show? Where's the beef?
We should. We're renaming it.
This is the episode. Johnny slamming down PBRs like a fucking hipster over
The
here.
thing about the LeBron versus Jordan argument is that they're just two different players.
LeBron's better.
You can't.
They are.
You
I mean,
can't
Kobe,
really
Jordan
compare.
are so similar.
Yeah,
LeBron,
you
Michael,
can say Jordan way better than Kobe.
polar opposites,
Yeah,
man.
it's just they're just two different
Mentalities are even different between
It's the
those
same.
two guys.
I think it's the same with the Messi Ronaldo. I know you guys talking about soccer again.
Go ahead.
Messi Ronaldo thing. There's two different
Who
players.
cares?
Who cares?
Am I gonna get my footy minute in? And do I get soccer?
We'll give you 5 minutes of soccer and we'll give Zach 5 minutes of WrestleMania. After the break.
Now I
All
want 5
tease
minutes of
that.
soccer.
Wait, we didn't talk about anything
No.
with Jordan.
All right.
God, he wants to end it so quick.
This is what I think. I think it's hard to compare, and I think stats. I brought this up. Stats are the only thing that we have to judge a player. Like championships and stats. That's what you have, which gives it like because I was saying we talked about this before, which we shouldn't have. But like it's like music where. All you can judge somebody on is like, oh, if they won an award or sold records, like how many they sold.
To really get a feel of how good a player is, you have to see him. You have to watch him.
Yeah.
So there's some players where the stats just don't add up. There's
Even TV doesn't do it justice.
Stats
sometimes.
don't matter.
So stats they matter a little bit,
No,
but
they do.
I'll give you there's stat stuffers in the NBA.
Yeah, for
Carlos
sure.
Boozer was a official stat stuffer.
I mean-
He would end up with like 10 rebounds and stuff, but they're all defensive rebounds. Everybody's boxing out
Like,
for him.
Gonzo says stats is all we got, but yet stats can be so misleading. I mean, if you've ever taken a statistics course, like you can, make stats do anything you want. I mean, you could say like in the 80s and 90s, stats are different than today because it was tougher to score in the 80s and 90s because you were getting just put on your ass when you go to the hole. Nowadays, you can run around free, no hand check and all that. So what do these stats really even mean when we're comparing them?
And nowadays they got.
But it's all we got.
Yeah. Well, we got cybermetrics nowadays. I don't know if
Sabermetrics.
Sabermetrics.
That's cybermetrics.
I don't
Freaking
listen to
IT
those.
guy.
I don't listen to those sabermetrics.
Okay, Chuck.
But sabermetrics can tell a story.
I think
It's helping. It's helping.
It
a
helps
lot.
a little bit, but I'm not a fan. Of
I
those.
think the eye test.
Okay, Hawk Harrelson.
The eye test is still important. Like,
Yeah, it's
especially
very
in the
important.
NBA.
Yeah.
super
Like
important.
you look at LeBron, and you're like,
There's
that
still a
guy's a beast, man.
There's a feel for things too, like
LeBron will shut you down in the fourth quarter. He'll score. Like last night, I think it was last night, they were playing the Pelicans. They went to him on 3 straight possessions, ISO, and he did all 3 different things.
LeBron's playing amazing basketball.
Drove the hole, did the Dirk step back, just drained a 3 off the dribble. Like, he's just incredible.
I'm just floored how he doesn't ever get hurt.
Yeah.
Continues to get better. I thought his Miami days, that's peak. I thought for sure. Got better.
Well, what is he now? 32, 33?
33.
15 years in the NBA,
He's
man.
killing it still. Like,
Is he your MVP?
clearly the best player in the NBA. Yes, that's a good point.
It's bullshit when
LeBron
he's
should
not,
be the MVP
but
every
It's hard-
single
you know
year
it's
he's
gonna
in
be
the
Harden.
league.
Oh
Every
no!
single
You know
year
what's
he's in the
bigger
league.
bullshit is that LeBron's never won a Defensive Player of the Year.
That's huge bullshit.
Excellent point.
Yeah.
He can guard
Has-
all
has-
5 positions and lock him down.
Yep.
At any of those positions.
He put Derrick Rose in timeout when the
Yep.
Bulls were playing them in the playoffs.
Has Jordan
just locked
Jordan's
him
won
down.
defensive player of the
Yep.
year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I think
think-
I want to say 3 times. That could be wrong.
Did Kobe win DPO?
No, Kobe was
so.
an awful defender.
Oh no, Kobe was
Nah,
awful.
he wasn't. He wasn't
Kobe
an
was
awful
not
defender,
awful.
but
He
was.
has a ton of all defensive team awards in his
Yeah,
closet.
all right. That's
You're
what I
right,
was
you're
going to say.
right.
He won something.
That was I misspoke.
And
he was
LeBron
not.
is
He was
10
not the
times-
level of defender as Jordan and Brown though.
Right, that's what I'm.
LeBron
that
was
that
way
my whole
better than
point.
Jordan, though.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Jordan could guard
as
maybe
far
2%
as everything he's able to
positions.
do.
Yeah,
I thought Scotty was a better defender than
yeah,
Jordan.
for sure.
With
Those
his
two-
length,
Oh man,
those two are incredible together.
the story was when they locked up Tony Kukoc in the Olympics, And they said this guy was coming to the Bulls, and they said, this guy? Okay. And they switched off every possession, scored like 1 point, and made Tony want to quit the game.
I think that Scottie Pippen is one of the most underrated players ever in NBA.
Because he played with
with Jordan. Fair enough. I mean, I know why, but
I'm pretty sure he still made the top 50 NBA
He
players.
is top 50. Yeah. It's interesting.
Did Steven Jackson make that list?
no, but Ricky Davis did.
Oh, nice.
All right, so what do you guys say?
Neek got left out of it. Dominique got left out.
All right, let's talk about the Bull.
All right, say something.
Yeah, because Johnny remembers.
Say something.
Johnny remembers Dominique Wilkins' career.
Here's from Don Mitchell.
Dominique Wilkins got screwed.
Shit.
Can't stop my Arizona dancing moves. When I shake it, they can't take it. Let me win a Super Bowl with you. Oh, you love it. One more of it. Ooh!
Build your team.
All right. Thanks, Antonio, for bringing us back from the break.
I like your
It's
end zone
exciting.
dancing moves too, man.
We really get some superstars to bring us back from the break.
yeah.
We had
Shit.
Dirk.
Nothing but the best.
Chuck.
Nothing but
They don't want to do interviews, though. They just want
They
to
just
sing a little song and then they're out.
get their advertisement in, you know?
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right, so coming back from the break here, I want to talk about Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, well.
Tiger Woods.
There's so many things that we could talk about, but basically, do you think that Tiger Woods will win a major within the next 2 years here?
Why not just
What's
ever?
The over-under on majors for Tiger Woods, I'm setting it at 1.
I really hope he does win one, but I don't.
I think he
I
will.
don't think-
I'd put money on it.
I'm
He's
so
been,
torn, man. I don't
been
know.
going, man.
What are the Vegas odds? They're not good.
Oh, I don't know. I really, really want Tiger. It'll be so good for golf too. People were fucking into golf when Tiger was doing it.
Oh, the ratings for, I forget the last tournament that he was in where he was close, were like the highest ratings golf has had in the past 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah, he's good for the game.
And it was like not even a
Good for the
major.
game. And he was so fucking exciting too. I fucking loved watching Tiger Woods.
My God, you're cussing up a storm.
Sorry.
Settle down.
But
Really excited about
But
Tiger
I mean,
Woods
who else from the Tiger
Tiger
Woods
Woods,
area
yeah.
would you like to see back?
in the Tiger Woods area.
Era.
Tiger Woods area.
Maybe I did say area.
What is the Tiger Woods area?
I don't know.
Sounds like Area 21 with KG
Like
and
what?
Tiger Woods.
What about like Ernie Els?
Oh,
I love Big Ern.
Oh,
Big Ern.
Ernie's my
Ern.
favorite besides Tiger. I love
South
Ernie.
African.
He's been irrelevant for years. Him and Vijay Singh.
Oh, that was the other guy I was gonna bring
What
up.
about Greg Norman with the
Oh,
shark
the
head
shark.
Norman?
That guy lives a fascinating life, man. Like
Does he?
he's like that. Who's the guy who owns Virgin Records or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Bronson?
Yeah,
Richard Bronson. I think.
sounds right.
Tragic.
Like just
Tragic Bronson.
out here like skydiving and like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and stuff. Like just always doing
I
crazy
think
stuff.
Greg Norman. He has a clothing line and he makes wine.
Yeah, he like lives on like 100 acres on this ranch and it's just like hunting on it all the time and just
That's good.
always doing something cool.
Who was the guy who was number 2 with Tiger? David Duvall, I think.
Oh,
Phil
yeah.
Mickelson, dude.
David
Phil
Duvall.
Mickelson.
R.I.P.
Still out there
David-
getting it with
that's
the man
Gino's
boobs,
boy.
dude.
R.I.P. David Duvall, right?
Yeah.
I thought
think
plane
so.
crash.
No, that was Payne Stewart. I think.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Payne Stewart.
Close enough.
No,
Freddie-
the thing about Tiger is
Freddie
it's just-
Couples.
Freddie Cupola.
Freddie Cupola.
Freddie Couples.
Mark O'Mara.
Oh.
Wait, didn't he host
David
Gus?
Love the third.
That was Mike O'Malley. I did like that.
Davis Love the Third. Forgot about
The
it.
thing about Tiger Woods is that's so interesting is we've literally seen him grow up before our eyes. We've seen the downfall.
You sound
of
really
Tiger.
creepy right now.
We've seen the
really
down.
seen
We've
Tiger.
lived his life with them.
No,
now, like,
seriously.
become rich, like
I think when he won the Masters, his first major, I don't even know if he was 21 yet.
Hold on.
I don't even know.
I
We
mean,
really need a fact checker.
I mean, we've
This has
seen
been a
the
poorly fact checked
Yeah.
segment so far.
we've seen the downfall of Tiger. We've seen him grow up as literally a human being. You know, go through a terrible marriage
Cheat on his
and
wife.
cheat on his
I would
wife.
say a terrible marriage as much as being outed as kind of a scumbag.
Yeah, he was kind of a
Oh,
Hanging out with Michael
that's-
Jordan and Charles Barkley. What do
I
you
mean,
think
in
he was
Vegas,
doing?
in
Yeah.
Vegas, like, and now he's sort of trying to rewrite history for himself.
Is that a cautionary tale of like when a parent pushes a kid too hard?
Bringing it around.
There
you go.
Circle.
Yeah,
Big
full
Earl.
circle.
Big Earl Woods was just doing too much.
Yeah.
Or it's like Tiger's the nerd at the party and Jordan and Charles are just like, yeah, go do that. Yeah, you won't. You won't.
terrible influences. No, but the thing with Tiger, just in general, I feel like it's good for golf.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I love watching golf regardless, but there's a ton of people that won't watch
Well, I think it's cool with the new age guys that can get a chance to make a run at him if he's, ahead on a Sunday.
Justin Thomas, is that his name?
Baller.
He's killing it. He might be number 1 in the world pretty soon. I think he's 22.
Who's your guy's favorite golfer?
I'm a huge Phil Mickelson guy.
Right now?
Yeah.
You say Phil? Okay.
I've always liked Phil.
I mean, is Ernie still doing it?
No.
I don't think Ernie's on the tour. He might be on the senior tour.
Sergio Garcia.
He won a major recently.
Right?
I love Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson's cool, man.
I like.
He's dating Gretzky's daughter.
Ooh. I like Ricky Fowler.
Married, yeah.
Or he has a kid. I don't know.
Did Wayne Gretzky...
He also had a bit of a coke problem.
A bit of a coke. A small little Yale problem.
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't had a Yale problem?
Did Wayne Gretzky really say...
Gotta find Christ, bro.
You miss... Find Christ, bro.
Go with Christ, bro.
Go with Christ. Want a cigarette? Go with Christ.
You miss 100%.
He's got an action for you. Dog the bounty hunter.
Every time they're in the backseat of the handcuffs. Cigarette, dude.
Light you up.
You gotta straighten your life around, bro.
What were you saying, Johnny?
What was I saying? Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Is that really a Wayne Gretzky?
I
think that was
attributed
Jordan.
to him or Jordan. Yeah, I think
it was
it's
Jordan.
My favorite is there's a, I don't know, I've been watching The Office again, but like there's Michael Scott like quoted that, so it's like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
All right.
But yeah, mine is Ricky Fowler. That's my boy.
Oh, Ricky.
I like
Ricky's
Ricky
nice,
Fowler a lot too. He's always rocking.
Roy
the
McIlroy's
fly
really
Puma.
just like dropped off, man.
Yeah.
He won a tournament
he win?
recently,
Yeah.
but like for the rest of the time, he's just kind of been effing up.
I don't really find any golfers nowadays like interesting characters. Am I wrong?
I
about
really
that?
just like Ricky Fowler because he had a mustache one time.
Fair enough.
He's always looking fly in that Puma gear though.
Yeah.
Spieth is like he's kind of got that Tiger Woods like mentality where like he's just ultra competitive, ultra, perfectionist.
But he seems
not
like a robot.
But he's not as good.
Yelling at fans.
Yeah.
Tiger did that too once in a while. All right, so
I'm sorry, just one more thing. Does anybody ever watch the show Faraday? You know who David Faraday is?
No.
yeah, I mean I know who he is.
On
It's on the Golf Channel, right?
Yeah, he does a really good job of interviewing people, and he gets. I saw Ray Allen, John Lester, and I don't even know who the golfer was at this point.
Does Ray hit the links?
He does, and he's actually really good. He just won the last Pro-Am
Really?
that he was doing wherever they were taping this thing at.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, David Faraday he's got that thick Irish accent, but like he's got a dry wit about him.
He does like a sit down, right?
Yeah,
Like, okay, yeah.
And
I
he's
should
the
check
guy
it
who
out.
walks the course during like the majors and stuff. Like, and we'll get like
that whispering.
what's
voice.
going down on 8th. Oh, well, hey, this is what's going on.
You done
It's
here
terrible
today?
Irish accents.
Yeah, I can't even do it. But he is whispering though. Next thing I want to talk about is your favorite sports movie.
No.
Johnny, I know you want to jump right in.
I thought we were talking about greatest sports tragedy in a movie.
No!
But really,
No!
Not getting that depressed, dude.
I know you
I know you
got a
guys are
soft spot for Gary Bertier and
Man,
the
when
Titans.
Bertier got
Still
hit by that
thinking
car,
about
man. Every time I see Remember the Titans, Bertier gets hit by that car, I almost crack up, man. Like,
Left side,
emotionally.
strong.
But there's one for me right there. I love Remember the Titans.
Yeah, Remember the Titans.
Anytime it's on, I mean, I'll get sucked in.
Yeah, Remember the Titans is my favorite sports movie.
I don't like Remember the Titans.
Oh,
This guy.
controversial. Controversial.
I've
we go
I've
arguing.
never seen anybody, never heard anybody say they don't like Remember the Titans.
Okay,
I can't say
I
that
don't.
either.
I don't like Remember the Titans because I worked at an unnamed place, and there was 3 movies we had in the break room. There was The Legend of Bagger Vance, there was Space Jam, and there was Remember the Titans.
So you got
Sounds like heaven to me, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but now when you have no TV and that's all you can watch, so you're there for a half-hour lunch, like, all right, I guess I'm gonna watch because it's not even you get to watch the full movie. You get to watch 30 minutes of a movie, and then you're like randomly in the break room for a couple minutes, like getting water, or, whatever, and you're like, oh, here's 5 minutes of this movie. Like, it just is a fucking tease, and then it just gets annoying. So, like, I scratched up the Space Jam movie so we couldn't watch it because I didn't want that to be ruined. And no one would ever put on Legend of Bagger Vance. So, Remember the Titans was, like, on a constant
Why were they
loop.
hating on Bagger, man?
Because it's, like, a golf movie. And, like, this place I worked, it was kind of like a younger... Like, I was young. I was, like, 21, 22 when I worked there. So, it was, like, younger people.
Okay, so what's your favorite sports movie?
6 Man.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Was it Wayne's Bros?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, White Man Can't Jump would be up there, too. I don't know.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
Like...
What's
I
that
have
one?
so many.
What's that one where the guy goes to the NBA or the WNBA.
Juana Man?
Juana Man.
What about like Mike?
Like,
What was the
like,
Whoopi
Space Jam?
Goldberg one?
Sister Act?
No,
Sister Act
she
2?
was like the coach. Eddie, I think it was. I think it might have been called Eddie. Oh, nobody saw when Whoopi Goldberg was the coach of the Knicks?
No.
Dude.
Was that Sister Act 2?
No, maybe it was.
That's what I said. Maybe it was Sister Act 3.
Did they make a third one?
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year is a
Classic.
great movie.
Well, I mean, what's the other one too? Sandlot?
Oh, Sandlot. I
Sandlot's
forgot about Sandlot.
timeless.
What's the one where the guy takes over the twins? The kid owns the twins.
Oh, Little Big League or
Little
something?
Big League. That's
League.
that shit too.
I think Sandlot might be my favorite sports movie.
Sandlot's
Though. I could
amazing.
watch that all
Definitely.
day. It holds up. I don't know. In my opinion, I love Sandlot. Sandlot 2, terrible.
Terrible.
They came out with the Sandlot.
They did.
Yeah,
Actually,
like not long ago, right?
Yeah, it was bad.
10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like Bad News Bears. That was a good movie, but they made a sequel and it was horrible.
Bad News Bears. It's another one.
Billy Bob Thornton was the coach, I think.
Billy Bob.
Field of Dreams.
I got like 4 that I like, but I think my favorite, I'm gonna go documentary, is Hoop Dreams.
That can't do
Can't do documentaries.
Hey, get that documentary shit out of here.
Yeah. Fuck.
I got like a top
Get that
3.
shot out of
I
here.
got, like
Shabazz.
I got a top 3. It's like Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah.
It's a cliche Italian thing to like.
I think I know my
Love
favorite,
Rocky.
but Rocky, and then He Got Game with Ray Allen
Yeah,
You Got
it's a
Game.
pretty good one.
Love
and
and basketball.
Denzel, and then
Basketball.
don't do the emotional movie thing.
That's Johnny though.
Think Like a Man.
Hey, Think Like a Man's a great.
They played basketball for a little bit in that movie. Maybe you could say that.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite all time, and this is so white people of me, is Hoosiers.
I hate Hoosiers.
I don't like.
This
I don't
is
really
so
like
garbage.
Hoosiers either, man.
It's just not. I don't know. It
Hoosiers
just.
is crazy
How
good.
racist is that movie, too?
I
by
just
the way?
feel like at some point in that movie they're gonna drop a hard R, and I'm just like not ready for it. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, I know what they're saying off camera.
Okay, so like a drunk dad is like the assistant coach, so he's helping out. He's giving this hollow coach all these plays.
So it's
and
Remember
they
the Titans.
and they get to play the black guys from the city that they're too dumb to figure out when we're going to set a picket fence play. Well, I mean, I'm sure they were like looking at this picket fence going, could we go on the other side of it? Like, or you're just going to outsmart us because you're a bunch of white guys that are outthinking the black guys? Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I got problems with Hoosiers.
Yeah.
I got problems
I
with
don't like
Teen Wolf.
Hoosiers.
You guys ever seen the movie Teen Wolf?
No.
Yeah.
Michael J.
for a
Fox,
while, yeah.
he's like a high school basketball player, gets werewolf powers somehow. Now he just dunk on everybody all the time. Like, he's the best player in the world, man.
That's the concept of the movie.
It really is.
No, like I remember it now.
But it's like, it's so racist because it's like they're saying like the Teen Wolf, he's like the black kid at school. And like, because everybody's always looking at him like, ooh, who's that? Because all white kids at school.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, he gets a girlfriend and the girlfriend's parents are like, we don't want you dating those kinds. You know, because they all know he's the werewolf. And so they're like, yeah, you should stay away from him. He's bad news. He's got great dance moves in the movie. Everyone's like, wow, this guy can really dance. He's the best basketball player, and he dunks, and he hangs on the rim. He moonwalks back. Like, he's got so much flair. Like, this is one of the most racist movies ever put in circulation. I'm telling you, watch that movie through that lens, and you'll be like, holy shit, man.
Hey, Shaney D's dad was in Major League.
That's
He was
fact.
in the stands, right? Oh,
No,
I
he
forgot.
was like cheering the runners on that were doing the 40.
I forgot about Major League.
Shaney D made us
Damn.
watch it when we were in some tournament up in Wausau or
hey,
something.
at least it
Hey,
wasn't-
dude, my dad's in this movie.
Shout out to Shaney D.
At least it wasn't Storm Chasers.
Oh,
He used to love Storm Chasers.
there is so
let's watch like 3 more.
there is so many good sports.
I'm just gonna rip on Shane now.
No, don't. There's so many good sports movies like Major League,
Forgot about Major League. I love
Space
it.
Jam. You know, you get into like the kids sports movies.
Y'all
too.
sleeping on Air Bud.
Air Bud. What you know about Air Bud?
Man, spin your chair around. Your fucking computer chair with no back.
What was that? Blue Chips with Shaq.
Oh, man.
Blue Chips.
You ever seen the movie The Program?
The
James
Program,
Caan?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Shout out to Brock and Conrad. They love that movie.
We're
sure
just
they
gonna
do.
skip over Hardball.
Hardball,
Let's
G
go on.
baby.
G
R.I.P. G baby.
When G Baby gets shot and when Bear
Strike
Tear go
one.
down, the saddest
Stop.
moments in cinema history.
I thought Keanu
so
Reeves did a good job
depressing.
in that movie.
The one time he did a good job.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, how
The-
did
that in the Matrix.
Yeah, he killed it in the Matrix.
he's a down out on his luck
Whoa.
baseball coach.
They were like, "Hey, we need some dopey white guy
Hey, Billy
for this
Ted was
role."
fucking great.
Just some guy who was just always waking up like, where am I?
Confused.
What the hell's going on out here?
The Matrix was like, "Oh, we got the guy."
Dude, he
man.
was the
We got
perfect
the
guy for that role. He really was. Do I believe what I'm seeing right now?
They know too much. Too much.
The Red Bull. Who are you? Have you seen the Oracle?
That's why Bill and Ted is so excellent, because he's just playing himself.
Mr. Anderson.
The Oracle.
He's always like breathing hard. Like what?
You guys see that kid bending that spoon with his mind? You don't see it? Oh shit!
You gotta find Christ, bro.
I want to get that guy a cigarette.
All right. There's another topic I want to throw in. I didn't tell you guys about it ahead of time. What is your favorite food or cuisine?
Whoa!
Wait, no.
Bringing this
Come
on,
on, man.
dude.
Come on, man.
Favorite food? Well, cuisine's Italian food, of course.
Yeah.
I'm even gonna agree with that.
Yep.
I'm not. I'm actually.
Yeah, that's the great topic that we all agree on.
I don't. I actually don't.
Oh, what do you like?
Can we hold on? Let's guess yours then.
Go ahead.
Mexican.
Yep.
I love Mexican
Didn't
food.
take
That's number
very
two.
long.
Number
Didn't
two.
take very long.
I guess that's like 1A, 1B.
But Mexican,
definitely.
I don't know. Like Mexican is like not as broad as Italian.
Who are you
is.
calling a broad?
What are you talking about? It's just as broad.
No, but there's so
Hey,
many
broad.
like
Why are we talking about
there's so
broads?
many things that
Who's your favorite
fall
broad?
under the
Talk about yoga pants.
the Italian food umbrella.
Yeah, but that's only because you are Italian. Like, if you're Mexican, like, authentic Mexican food is so good.
I'm
Like,
not
they're-
denying it. It's a very close second for
Mexicans
me.
aren't making enchiladas, bro. I mean,
I know.
Uh,
Tamales though.
least favorite.
tamales,
Least favorite
ceviche,
Least favorite cuisine.
least favorite cuisine?
Yeah. What do you think?
Shitty Italian. Does that count?
Yeah, I'll count it.
There's so many of them.
American
it
Italian.
really pisses me off. You ever seen Ugly Delicious? You saw it, right? No? They do a segment on shitty Italian, and it's like so much trash out there. Just pre-made crappy marinara
Well,
sauces.
you know what else gets fucked is American food gets like shit on harder than anything. though.
American food's great.
I know,
Burgers and fries and shit.
But it gets fucking extorted. Like McDonald's and Burger King and all these places do like
That
shitty
low price,
jobs.
dude, yeah.
and like it's like
Well, yeah,
oh.
but that's true with any cuisine. Taco Bell,
But you were-
Fazoli's.
that's
for
what I was talking
Italian,
about. But I'm
Rocky
saying
Rococo's.
I'm saying Italian food gets it bad, but I think American food gets it worse.
For
I mean,
sure.
Chinese food gets it pretty bad in America. They get
Only in mall like fucking eateries. I don't know what you call it.
every. I mean,
It's a
there's
food
there's
court.
good
Food court,
Chinese
yeah.
places.
I think
but
the shittiest food is probably like Irish food.
I was gonna
Fuck
go
off,
with.
dude.
But that's
Sorry.
not.
I mean, it's,
It's
I don't know.
bad,
They
though.
got some good
Irish food's
stuff.
pretty bad.
Shepherd's
How
pie is
much
good.
Irish food have you ever even eaten?
Yeah.
Shepherd's pie, fish and chips,
Fish and
corned
chips
beef
is
and
English.
cabbage.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, but
That's all
actually,
the English
I think,
got though.
maybe
Potatoes.
Scotland, but they make that haggis. That shit's kind of weird.
Hey,
I don't know what
real
that
talk, it's England because
Intestines
fish and
or
chips
something
is
like that?
it.
Huh?
Fish and chips is it from England.
You been to England?
No, I'm just saying. What else do you know that's like an English food? Fish and chips. That's it.
gotta
That's all
call
I
it
Like
got.
bangers and
we gotta-
mash, dude.
Yeah.
Bangers and mash.
We got to call up my boy Jack. He lives in London.
Shout out to Jack.
Shout out
across the
Jack.
He
pond.
listens to the podcast too.
We got views.
London.
We got.
We're
Jack,
international.
what's good
dude.
in England, bro?
Damn,
We got
I'm just
listeners.
wild
Yeah.
talking shit out here to England. We
We
got
got
an English
listeners.
listener. I forgot.
We got listeners from across the pond. You guys are hating on me for talking a little footy. I'm gonna get my footy.
You want to get your 5
Go
minutes?
ahead.
You want your
Go
5
ahead.
minutes? Go
right,
ahead,
right
man.
now?
Yeah,
Let's
go
just-
ahead.
I'm just gonna
Let's
talk.
go.
Do it right now. Let's
I'm
do it
just
right now.
gonna
We
talk
name.
about Chelsea.
Or did you have a specific food that you thought was the shittiest because you didn't name it?
I was gonna go with Indian food. Hate Indian food.
Oh, Indian food's good.
Dude, you've never had good Indian food.
That's probably what it is.
Like, when have you even had Indian food?
That's like when Zach said that he didn't like what soup was it? But you only had it at Panera, turkey chili or something like that.
No, I love turkey chilies.
What was it? Split
French
peas?
onion.
No, French
French
onion.
onion, yeah,
He's like
yeah.
I only had it at Panera.
But Panera do pretty good with soups.
It is in their name, isn't it? Like Panera Soup Kitchen or something like that.
Japanese
know.
food is good just because of sushi. Sushi's fucking
And
delicious.
hibachi.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Although I don't even know if that's
Hibachi,
really.
hibachi.
You know, you're not when you eat. Okay, Migos. You know when you eat sushi, you're not supposed to use the ginger. You're supposed to eat the ginger in between pieces of sushi.
I don't even.
I just put that shit on top.
I don't
Yeah,
even-
no, I do. I mean, I
Yeah.
do too. I think it tastes good, but it's technically supposed to cleanse your palate
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between fishes.
Oh.
I'm actually
That
having
does make
sushi
sense.
tonight.
And
Shouts out to
and
Soons.
Soon
Oh,
is good.
I
man.
like Hanada better.
Shout out to. Oh, you like
Hanada
Hanada?
is
I'm in the
Japanese.
minorities.
Well, Hanada's Japanese and Soon's is Korean.
Yeah, soon. Well, it's Korean and Japanese, but I think Hanada's fish tastes fresher. We're
I
talking
don't know.
about a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
but
this is
also,
interesting.
Also, by the way, one of the best documentaries on Netflix is called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. You should watch it. They put the wasabi on there for you, and they dip it in soy sauce for you.
Hold on. I'm actually
Or they
gonna
spread
listen.
the soy sauce on
I'm
the
just
top.
here for the onion volcano, dude.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
that's
You're
lit.
that guy they flick the shrimp to?
Yeah, right in my pocket. Right in my pocket.
You're like, yeah, give me some more of that.
And I love it when my hibachi guy, my grill master, his name is Nick. You know, I don't want him to have any sort of authentic name.
They all got
We
American
got
names.
Nick over here. He's from Omaha, Nebraska.
That's slightly racist.
My parents house 4 Asian American students, so
Yeah, you're good.
I'm pretty much
Hey,
Asian.
helping him out.
what's the thing you sent me to watch on YouTube on Netflix?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
That's a good one.
It's my favorite Jiro. Jiro. It's my favorite documentary of all time.
I really like that Ric Flair 30 for 30.
That was really good.
Shut up. All right, you want your 5 soccer minutes?
No, let me get my wrestling
Juve
minutes.
beat Milan 3-1 today, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Lee.
Big game tomorrow, Chelsea versus Tottenham. They're vying for that number 4 spot, get back in the Champions League. I wanted to talk about Champions League.
Go ahead. You got your 5 minutes. You're wasting time now.
Am I just
Somebody
talk-
set a timer.
Am I just talking by myself? I thought we were going to have a
You
conversation.
said
I
I want
don't-
5 minutes of soccer. So
I guess if you're not going to talk with me, I'm not just going to have
No,
to
give
throw
us.
All right,
give
can I
people-
get
all right, you're
into
taking
my
too long.
wrestling?
Let's talk about the bull.
Let me
talk
get
about
into
the-
wrestling. I got it up right here.
All right,
Who you got in the Champions League?
to win it all.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Everybody's saying Barca. I don't know about Barca.
man.
I think Bayern's underrated. People
You're
sleeping.
just saying that because you got money on them.
Yeah, people sleeping on Bayern.
I think maybe Real Madrid.
They're not looking too good in La Liga right now. All right, we'll stop.
I hope
We'll stop.
Juve beats them. Who? What was the first pick when we did that bet? Who did?
It was Barca. You got Barca. You got Madrid. You got Juve, Bayern.
Brian fell asleep.
I was gonna say, can you say the full team names? Because I'm not down with the slang, and I'm not the only person. I'm sure someone out there. listening.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus. Who else you got? Roma's still in it,
Is Roma still in it?
I think.
I thought no. Roma got knocked out, didn't they? Are they?
Get the book. If you got your 5 minutes,
Yeah, you
You
gotta have
shit
the
ready.
stats in front of
All
you,
right.
bro.
Well, it's over now.
That was 5 minutes.
you got cut off.
No more
All right.
soccer.
Gonzo's got the
it's
wrestling
just
stuff
me
ready.
talking.
So WrestleMania is what, this Sunday? Let him know. Let him know, Gonzo.
A week from this Sunday.
Okay, let him
A
know.
little
Which-
mania talk. Believe
A
that.
little spicy wrestling talk.
All right.
Is The Rock coming back to Mania?
I
I thought I saw something that he might have been.
he's
Surprise.
always
He's just always kind of like, I might be there.
yeah.
What can I say except you're welcome? Anybody see Moana? I'm the only one with a kid, so.
Yeah,
The Rock was great in that movie.
I do like The Rock.
Check it out.
All right, I guess this is gonna be me and Johnny because you guys don't watch a ton of wrestling.
Go ahead, man.
All right,
I'm still not.
I ain't
Like,
mad at you.
Johnny, what do you got? All right, do you want, I'll start with the. It's just how it's listed on Wikipedia, but Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
I really want Brock to win. Believe that. I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. Believe that.
It's gotta
big
be the
dog.
big dog.
It's the
Believe
big-
that.
It's the big dog's yard.
Yeah, Barca's playing Roma, Johnny, you dingus.
Okay, well,
Told
fuck,
you.
man. We're already done with our soccer segment. Nobody
Oh,
else-
Man City was the first pick, I thought.
Oh yeah, City. Forgot about City.
Sorry.
City might
Okay,
win.
sorry,
City
I'll shut up now.
City might win it.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That's a good match, dude. I don't know how to describe it. I guess like
That's probably the best.
Let me guess, the Nakamura guy knows, like, Kung Fu or, like...
Wrestling's pretty racist, you know.
Yeah, it is! That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
it
the
is.
Iron Sheik.
Like, he does
thing.
karate, probably. He's, like, good with the kicks.
The Iron
Hey.
Sheik used to have those weights that he used to swing around. Like,
Hey, do you remember Rafiki, man? When he used to
Yeah.
sit on people with his ass.
Rikishi.
Oh, is it
He's
Rakishi?
the monkey from Lion King.
I just remember this dude just sitting on people
Nope,
with his
wrong
ass.
again.
Follow Rafiki. He knows the way.
A Singasana, squash banana. Look at that.
This sounds hella racist. Right now.
He hits him over the head all the time with that sticky head.
Nope, wrong again.
Nope, wrong again.
Follow Rafiki. He knows the way. What were we even talking about?
Who cares? It was in the past.
Who cares? It was in the past, yeah. What were we even talking about? Wrestling? I don't know.
Lion
Rafiki.
Did you guys remember him sitting on people with his ass?
Rikishi.
Yeah. Like, hey, there's a fat guy. His signature will be just sitting on people with his fat ass.
See, the tie-in is his kids are actually twins and they're
The
wrestling.
Usos.
The Usos. Yeah.
Uso. Day one is H. Doesn't make any sense.
Wasn't there like an Italian guy? What was his name? That was racist too.
What?
the Italian guy for wrestling. What was his name?
Santino Marella?
Santino. What was
Santino.
He wouldn't he like come out and like do the hand gesture?
Don't they got Irish tag team partners right now, or
No,
Scottish?
they got
Dude, wrestling is racist as shit.
Irish, and Scottish.
the tag team partners. The
Yeah.
one guy's got the mohawk, right?
Yeah, Sheamus and Cesaro.
And Eddie Guerrero is just like a slimy Mexican.
Olale! Remember when it was like the Latino World Order?
Latino. Heat.
Viva la raza. Viva la raza.
Olale!
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, wrestling. Let's talk about past wrestling.
I liked the NWO. That's pretty cool.
Those were good times.
Doink the Clown would just go around and shock people.
I was more WCW when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
Fucking
dude, Scott
Stone
Hall,
Cold.
X-Pac, Triple H.
I'm
dude,
saying
those are
when
my
I was
boys.
like a kid,
Let's
though.
go.
Oh, yeah, when you're...
Let's
Well,
go.
I mean, I was
Talk
a
about
kid.
some wrestling that we actually know about.
You're older than me, but The Rock and Stone Cold, Mankind, Undertaker, man, that was... I still watch that on the WWE Network for only $9.99.
Real
Johnny's
talk.
giving it plugs.
Real talk, The Rock was probably the most, self-proclaimed electrifying wrestler. He was good at getting it going on the mic and
So was
good at
Stones.
entertaining.
Yeah, Stone Cold was
With
pretty
that
good
with that
too.
eyebrow and that lip raise.
Ah, The Rock, dude.
That's why he makes a good
Amazing.
entertainer.
He's like, "What's your name?" It doesn't matter what your name is.
I mean, are we not going to even address that we're Jabroni Sports?
Right.
Yeah,
Talking
right.
about The Rock.
Iconic.
The only match that you guys might actually care about.
Wait, hold up. Stone Cold was racist too. Just a white trash guy
Yeah,
that's playing
man.
beers.
Well, he wasn't
He was
racist.
playing. He was
No,
playing.
no, the character. I'm saying.
He was playing to his contingency, man. Like, dude, they love that. Hell yeah, man! Drink those fucking beers.
Hell yeah, brother! Woo!
You guys hear that glass break? Stone Cold time.
Stone Cold was big in Wisconsin.
Give me a hell yeah. Everybody recite John 3:16.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Austin 3:16 said I just whooped your ass.
Hell yeah, brother!
Yeah, that's
Tremendous.
I like Mankind was my favorite.
Booker T.
Oh,
Oh god, dude.
Yeah, Harlem Heat.
Wait, you say Mankind was your favorite?
Yeah, I love
He
Mankind.
was like the creepiest guy.
He was a rapist
weirdo.
or something. Some
Yeah,
sort of
Andy
Not
got
a rapist.
Andy got fired.
He had like multiple characters, right? Like
Yeah.
Dude Love.
Cactus Jack, wasn't he?
Yeah, Cactus Jack, Dude Love. Didn't he go to the Royal
His
Rumble?
signature was to put
As
a
all
dirty
three-
sock
Yeah,
on his
what-
fucking hand and choke
Yeah.
you with it.
That's what Johnny dreams of, is ending someone with a dirty sock.
I remember back when we used to wrestle, I always tried to put the Mr. Sock on you. You just bite my hand. It was
Yeah, what a terrible. Then I pedigreed you in cement.
Oh, damn, dude.
That's why I got epilepsy.
It's probably one of the reasons. We didn't even talk about WrestleMania, but
No,
it's great.
the only thing I was going to say that might entertain you guys is that
Are they having the Andre the Giant over the top rope battle royal for Andre?
Wait,
the
let him
Giant?
talk
Memorial?
because we've interrupted
Memorial.
Gonzo.
is that both Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon, Vince's kids, are wrestling.
Is Becky Lynch fighting anyone?
She'll be in the women's battle royal thing.
Oh, they're doing a women's.
Who
one
is it?
now?
Becky Lynch.
Oh, I don't even know.
What
who that
about
is.
Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
The
Ronda's
fans
gonna be
love
there?
her, right? The fans
Yeah.
are feeling a little Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey is going to fight again with Kurt Angle.
Don't she go by Rowdy Ronda Rousey?
I'm sorry.
Rowdy.
Is she doing an
Rowdy
homage
Ronda
to
Rousey?
Roddy
Hey.
Piper?
Yeah. She wore
Nobody
his
can
jacket
hate.
out and stuff. And
Nobody can hate Kurt Angle because he's an Olympic medalist,
He's
right?
an Olympic gold medalist.
Won a gold medal with a
I gotta
broken
say,
freaking neck.
With a broken
When I
freaking
see
neck.
his face, I'm like, I don't like that guy.
Oh yeah, his face is
Like, he
you
looks
just
like a
wanna
guy
take
like I
it.
wouldn't like. I understand all the trappings around
He
him.
looks like
he
the
was.
dude like when you walk into a bar, he's like in the corner with all the ladies around him, and he's like staring you down as you walk in. Like, who's this guy?
I mean, Kurt Angle is one of the
This
best
fucking guy.
bad guys of all time.
That's Johnny when you walk in. Facts.
Kurt Angle's super.
Except
super
for instead of women around,
underrated.
it's men.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Johnny got interested when we found out what you were talking
I
about.
feel like we're not picking on Johnny enough this episode, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
He's skating over there, man.
Yeah.
He's skating.
But yeah, so just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, wrestling.
All right, what else do we want to
Wrestling.
talk about,
Wrestling.
boys? I don't really have too many topics left.
You don't have no
I got
more topics?
favorite reality TV show, but
Oh, let's do that.
you want to do that?
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
Coming back.
Damn, you had that ready.
Family
The Shore.
reunion,
I
dude.
didn't even tell
Yeah,
you
I'm
about
ready
that
for that.
topic.
Yo, but it's fucking
Sure.
Sammy ain't even on it.
She mad.
Sammy's not on it.
She's scared.
Nah.
She wants to see Ronnie.
Ron's gonna beat her up.
Sam
or
was
something.
the worst character on there. Who cares?
She was
She
whining
come
all the
back.
time.
Yeah.
She was the hottest one though.
She was.
So-
Well, they all look different now.
Yeah,
man. They
but-
just got chopped up, cut up,
Yeah.
tucked, and everything.
My favorite character was Vinny.
Vinny's funny.
Vinny was chill, man.
Yeah, Vinny's a pussy too.
But what are you talking about,
Pauly
dude?
D. Cavsy here.
Vinny's the only one of them where you're like, I've met a guy like that in real life. The other three, you're like, I don't know if I've ever even seen these
That
guys.
part was really funny when Vinny was like, Jim Tan Laundry, like, none of those things sound fun to me. And I was like, yeah, me too, bro. What about,
Pauly D was the best.
What about making the band?
Making the band.
DABAND. just
You have to explain that to our
who
listeners.
the 5 best rappers of all time? Dylan,
Because there's different seasons of making the band.
Okay.
Because I speak
There
on
was
fire.
like the boy band season. There's like a girl band, like, and then
What
there
were
was
they-
like the hip hop.
What was the girls one called?
Daddy Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Choppa?
What was the last season? They actually had a good song. It was like 26. It was like 26 days or something, or 26. I don't know. What was the last band that was made?
I don't even
Day
know.
26.
Day 26.
Yeah.
Was that the name of the band or the name of the song?
No, I think that was the name of the band or group.
It's
Yeah.
a weird name for a band.
They were like a boy band, like, but they were like all black, like it was like Boys to Men or something.
What was those shows they had on MTV? They had so many reality shows where they had to do competitions.
Room Raiders.
Road Rules Challenge?
I always wanted to be on Room Raiders. I kept my room pristine, dude. 'Cause I was like, man, I'm
fucking-
gonna be on that show someday.
fucking thrown in the
ready
back
for
of
somebody
a
to
van.
walk in his
When
room.
I was like 16, 17, I was like, man, I might be on that shit, dude. I gotta
Room
keep my
Raiders,
shit
bro.
clean.
What was that basketball? The street basketball
Oh,
one?
what was that?
Good. White Chocolate is the most hackinest dude.
What is that?
Oh man, that was good.
MTV like Street Ball or some shit?
Something like that. I don't know. It was
Spider.
MTV was
No, it's
killing
different.
it for a while. No,
That was
That was that one.
That
This was
that
a different show where they like lived in the same house.
Oh, baby.
and
I know the show, but
Okay,
it's
just
just-
making sure.
Let's look up basketball.
It was on MTV. That's about all I know.
Are we counting shows like Chopped and Survivor and all that? Are those?
If you
real?
want,
Anything
you,
reality?
who the fuck likes Survivor? I gotta hear about that shit at
don't-
work
I don't
all
watch
week.
Survivor. I don't like Survivor.
Dual Survival was good though.
Dual Survival. I love Dual Survival.
Dual Survival, man. There's
Dual Survival's
too
shit.
much drama.
Is that a spin-off of Survivor?
No, not
it's,
at all.
It's like
Oh, you never seen Dual Survival?
No.
It's like
It's really
like
good.
Bear Grylls. It's one of those type of shows, like
okay.
Survivor.
But it's two guys.
Like
It's
Afraid
two guys that just straight up argue with each other the whole time
Like-
about what to do.
You ever watch Naked and Afraid?
No.
Yeah, but this is different. They're like experts.
Oh, okay.
So like one of the guys is
oh
like,
man, I think I had because there'll be
Yeah.
like some people with big ass beards and stuff sometimes.
well, it'll be the same.
and they're like, we should do it this way. We need to use leaves for shoes.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, he's stupid. Why would you use leaves for shoes?
Oh, by the way, the MTV show was called Who's Got Game.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's right.
Who Got Game is called. White Chocolate won it.
Naked and Afraid. You know, why do they have to be naked? I don't understand.
I never understood it either.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm
Because
just
you're
waiting
more
for two
afraid if you're naked.
I'm waiting for two people to hook up. Like I can't believe two people don't hook up ever on that show.
Do you think that when you have to try out for that show, they're like, all right, take all your clothes off?
It's got to be casting couch.
All right, strip down. There's like some random guys on a couch.
We like what we see. We like what we see. Yeah, it's more.
All right, you made the cut.
You guys watch Forged in Fire?
For fire, 10 grand.
Fortune
So
Fire's
you know,
legit.
my thing is,
We have not talked
The
about
handle.
sports in a long time.
it's hard to
We
make a good
never do.
handle. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were getting
Yes.
into Forging Fire.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
It's
Go
hard
ahead. Go
to-
ahead.
That's a
I'm
sport.
sorry.
Especially when you don't know what the material is. When you're up there, it's tough to make a
If you don't have a good handle, you're not cutting anything. Let alone
My-
killing somebody.
My beef with the show, man, is like all those dudes creep me out. Like
That's a pretty creepy.
all
guy.
those dudes are like, damn, you would shoot up the place you work at, or you would shoot up like your church, or like, oh
No,
man,
what's the
like,
tattoo show that?
Inked.
Yeah, was that it?
no,
Was that
are you
Dave
talking
Navarro?
about the Dave Navarro one? Is it inked? I thought it was something else.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
That one was cool when I watched it
I like
years
that one.
ago. But like, don't see these guys as like artistry. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I got the perfect one. Fucking dudes who they go around in they
Anti.
Oh boy,
collect
That was a
antiques.
tough
They go
sentence.
around.
Did you just have a stroke, dude?
Fuck, I can't remember the show. And I watch it all the time.
That's
Yeah,
why you're
I
not
know it's
producer.
American.
American Pickers.
Yeah, American Pickers.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one. Everybody likes Pickers.
Antiques Roadshow?
Antiques. Is that
These are all great shows to watch with your parents.
No. Okay, I got one that I just started this past year that I really like. It's on Vice. It's called The Last Shot. It's about these dudes who go to Mexico and they play 3-on-3 games for money. And they can win like tens of thousands of dollars.
I'm about to go to Mexico.
Dude, it's actually legit. Like these guys, there's some like 39-year-old dudes that like moved to Mexico when they were 25, and they just played 3-on-3 games. That's what they do for work, and they win money, and that's how they make a living.
You guys want to go down there?
It's called The Last Shot on Vice. Check it out. It's dope.
Gonzo, you can be the coach. Remember when you showed up to that Church League game in a suit?
Yeah.
That was our coach.
Jake Smith, too.
No, I didn't
Shout
have
out
a
to
suit
Dad.
on. I just had a polo shirt.
Shout out to Dad.
Dad had a suit. And he was taking pictures in the boys' locker room by
Oh
himself.
my God, you almost said boys' bathroom, which sounded even creepier.
Boys' locker room.
Should we talk about our favorite TV show in general?
Let's talk about the Bull.
We can talk about the Bull.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your favorite TV show?
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, of course.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with that shit.
I love me some Game of
I
Thrones.
like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
No.
No?
It's one of those.
Tell us why you don't like Game
If you like it, you really like it. If you don't like it, you just don't want.
You probably don't like it because everybody tells you to watch it and you don't watch it.
No, it's just I watched like a couple episodes with you, and it's just too much shit going on, and too
It
many.
started
a
off
lot
slow.
of shit going on.
There's too much shit
First
where I
season
gotta
was
like.
the best because I love Ned.
I gotta keep track of like 75 different characters, and it's just not. I know.
That's why you gotta watch
the podcast.
the podcast.
Yeah, but
Brian put
That's
me
too
on
much
that.
of a commitment, man. Like,
It's a commitment.
like I
Yeah,
watch
it's
wrestling.
too late.
That's my
I
commitment.
feel bad for people who
I had
haven't
someone
watched
like
it yet,
I had someone guide me through the first season, like let me know what was happening because like if you don't know, like you're just like, why should I care about this guy? I don't know this
Somebody
person's
that-
family connections.
Somebody
like, I
that
don't-
read the books.
And also, I don't watch anything without cars.
Oh yeah, we went over this shit. Brokeback Mountain
There's
didn't
no-
have cars last time.
There's no cars in this movie in the show.
the first season.
So random. I don't watch anything
then
without
fuck this
cars.
show.
Tell
There
me
ain't no
something
cars.
good. All right, tell me something good I should be watching that doesn't have cars.
What's Westworld?
You don't think
they
there's a
have
car
cars.
in
I
there?
don't think so. Not yet,
But
there
it's,
probably will
it's
be.
set in the future.
Westworld is pretty good. I'm
Westworld's
excited.
good. You only
It's
have
coming
to
back
wait.
soon.
Yeah, like 2 years, right? No,
2 years,
it's
in
going
like
back.
2 weeks.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, which one you have to wait till like 2019 for
It's
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones? Okay.
I don't watch that show either. That show sounds
Westworld?
yeah.
it's
Westworld's dope.
Fire.
Yeah.
Westworld, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad.
Are people dying in it?
Oh yeah.
All right,
die.
I might be able to get into it. People gotta either.
Dude, people die every episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones doesn't have cars.
Neither does Westworld yet.
Oh, then I'm out.
It
Maybe
might,
it
it might
does.
have
Maybe like
cars.
there's like an old car.
Well,
or
they
something.
can generate whatever the thing they want to make, you know.
The thing
horse
about
car
Westworld,
person.
my mom told me this, and I never really noticed it. She's like, "Why are they naked all the time?"
Because they can.
It's just kind of unnecessary.
Same thing with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unnecessary nudity.
Aaron Rodgers said he wants to be on Game of Thrones. He wants to get killed on Game of Thrones.
Well, that's because Ed Sheeran was on there.
Yep.
Yeah, some
was
little
weird.
song.
That was weird.
Weirdo.
The first season of Game of Thrones was the best. Ned Stark and Bobby B. Baratheon.
You
Dothraki Lord in an open field, Ned.
That's his Bobby B, huh? Robert Baratheon.
don't ruin the show for people that haven't seen
Yeah,
it
dude,
yet.
you gotta throw the spoiler alert out there, man.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he spoiled anything yet.
No, he didn't.
Hey,
Robert Baratheon was just like some drunk guy.
Big fat guy.
Like fucking hung out, ate chicken, and drank beer.
Banged
Sounds
chicks,
great.
dude.
More wine. Yeah, wine.
my
More
favorite,
ale.
my favorite show would probably be Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
Never
I've
seen
seen all of them. They're good.
Yeah, that's really good shit.
That's a random ass show.
Have
It's
you
actually
watched
pretty
it?
good, man.
I
Dude.
should try it. I
Dude,
You gotta,
if you
you gotta
haven't
get
watched
into
it-
like the Bob's Burgers vibe, but once you get the vibe, then you're like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, you got to riff with it for a little bit, but it's really, really good.
I know their fan base is bad, but Rick and Morty. Love Rick and Morty.
I know, but I just hate the fan base so much. But I like the
Fucking
show,
Rick and Morty fans just piss me off.
so I don't even like admitting I like the show anymore. Because people are like, oh,
Better
You're one
Call
of those.
Saul's kind of underrated. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I don't watch drama shows anymore.
Did you watch Breaking Bad ever?
Yeah, I watched it.
That's
but-
good though.
Yeah, I like Breaking Bad, but that was the last serious show. No, I watched Sons of Anarchy.
I heard that's good. I've never
Sons
seen.
is
That was
coming
really
back
good.
with that Mayan charter, that spin-off.
Oh
I'm not.
wow!
I can't watch serious shows anymore.
Worst show ever? Walking Dead. And I've watched every episode.
I was
It's
out
aggravating.
midway through
too
the
com-
second season.
I'm
and
too
I'm so
committed.
happy.
I'm too committed at this point. I gotta finish it.
So happy I walked away.
And there's so many
It's like
more
a bad
comic books,
addiction.
dude. Like this show could go on for like 5 more seasons.
It's actually no. It's like an ex that you just keep messing with, where you're just like trying. you're like, all right, I'm done with this bitch, and then you like, and then you're drunk as shit one night, listen to a Drake song when you go out, and then you're like, hey babe.
And Rafiki's like, "Who cares? It was in the past." Doesn't matter. He just whacks you over the head with his stick. Wrong again. Nope, wrong again.
But that's what it's like though.
Yeah.
I like some Dragon Ball Z.
Man, I forgot to tell you.
You're transitioning a whole nother like cartoon.
A friend of mine, a friend that you know, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shitlord, fucking he had the Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's some edited Dragon Ball Z where it's like all the charge ups and all that shit are out.
Mike Daniels
It's like
loves Dragon
compressed.
Ball Z.
Dude, Mike
Dragon
Daniels,
Ball Z.
he had a full outfit for Comic-Con.
Yeah, dude, he's huge into it.
Oh yeah, that's why
Producer.
Larry Sanders quit basketball just so he could sit at home, smoke weed, and watch Dragon Ball Z.
There's so many of
Living
them.
the life. Producer, what are we at?
Give me the lights.
An hour and 30 minutes.
All right. I got one more topic that we're going to talk about.
Sports.
Weed in sports.
Okay.
So we'll talk a little bit about weed in sports, and then we'll see you guys next week. So
Fired
thanks
up.
for tuning in.
Fired up.